Chadwick Jones.
Last time on the Dragon Ball Look
I forgot
Back.
about this.
Chadwick took a look at the very first episodes of Dragon Ball in the Goku arc. Things were going great at first, until he had a run-in with danger. I think. Anyway, stay tuned as Chadwick takes a pummel at Commander Red with the Red Ribbon Army arc.
Thanks, narrator. Hopefully this episode won't be as long as the last one. It's only covering twice as many episodes.
So what happens after the tournament? As I said, Goku goes off to search for his grandpa's 4-star ball. Whilst following the radar, he stumbles across Nam being abducted by a pterodactyl. He then learns that Nam's village has run out of water again, and Goku helps him find a way to return the nearby river to its proper levels.
What does this have to do with the main storyline, you might ask? Absolutely nothing.
Episodes and scenes like this are known as filler. They basically constitute everything that was not in the original manga, but instead added by the screenwriters in order to pad out the script.
They did this partially because they wanted each episode to be a certain length, but also because Akira was still writing the manga whilst they were adapting it.
Similar to Game of Thrones, if they continued adapting the source material in its purest form, they would eventually run out of it. Since the anime can be made much faster than the manga, Dragon Ball attempted to solve this issue by including scenes and episodes that don't change the overall story in any significant way. Most of the time they are harmless and can even serve as added character development, but occasionally they open up plot holes later in the series, as you will see.
While the first two sagas integrated their filler very efficiently, the Red Ribbon Army one has a problem of having its source material stretched to its bare limits. In fact, this is the first time that entire episodes of filler were made. Does make my job a lot easier, though.
For the most part, I'm going to skip these unless a noteworthy one arises. The real story begins when Pilaf and his crew find the 6-star Dragon Ball. It seems like their luck is finally changing when... This is the Red Ribbon Army, led by the on-off Scottish man, Commander Red. The RRA is an international military organization bent on world domination. And now they are after the Dragon Balls. This particular regiment is led by Colonel Silver. Red? Silver? Heck, all of the main officers in the army are named after colors. Colonel Yellow, General White, Staff Officer and General Blue. They steal the Dragon Ball off of Pilaf, thus officially beginning the saga. Colonel Silver is a calm and incredibly strong man. The battle between him and Goku will surely be... one-sided.
Get used to that, folks. One-sided fistfights make up a good chunk of this arc.
Oh wait, there was other stuff before this, things like Goku inadvertently agreeing to marry Chi-Chi, and monkey deaths. And then he gets one-shotted. So it's off to the north for Goku as he travels to the next Dragon Ball location, Jingle Village. There he meets a little girl and this dialogue passes.
Bad people are doing bad things here.
I'll stop them single-handedly.
That's impossible.
I just did it.
Oh, okay.
How often am I going to have this exact conversation?
Approximately 6,000 times.
God, I can't wait for Tien to show up.
I'm not exaggerating when I say that if I took out all of the fight scenes, this episode would be 10 minutes long.
It looks like the RRA is also looking for the Dragon Ball in the area, and this regiment is led by the thick-headed General White in a fortress known as Muscle Tower. In order to get the locals to work for them, White kidnapped their chief and had him locked away in the top level of the tower. So now it's up to Goku to stop them. After entering through the second story, he climbs the stairs and comes across...
I think his batteries may have run out of juice.
His batteries?
Well, I remember they were changed last spring sometime.
So now it's up to the 4th floor. Who is guarding this level, you might ask?
Who's there? Murasaki.
Murasaki who? This man is known as Ninja Murasaki. He attempts to finish off Goku quickly by... What?
What? How? A forest.
Can someone please explain to me how they managed to fit a several-acre forest inside of a tower that small? It didn't look that big from the outside, and the 3rd level was certainly not that large. How can they afford this? The Arnold Schwarzenegger robot was bad enough, but now they have all this as well as the other ludicrous things in the tower.
My God, what on earth did General White say to convince the army to fund this crap?
Hello, Red Ribbon Army Financial Services. How may I help you?
Yes, hello, this is General White. I'm calling about the plans for my new headquarters in the Arctic Circle.
Ah, yes, Muscle Fortress. It's a very good design. 12-foot walls, an airstrip, anti-aircraft...
Yes, I'm trying to say those plans aren't necessary.
Oh?
This is the far north, you know. We aren't expecting much resistance, so we can scale back those plans quite a bit.
If you say so, sir, I'll have an architect...
There is no need. My top men and I have drawn up plans of our own.
Really?
Of course. The main part is that we are concentrating all of our resources into a single structure, a muscle tower, if you will.
That doesn't sound...
And here is the cool part. Each level will have a special type of defense system to stop intruders. The first is a giant robot.
Sir.
And if they get through that, I have an idea for a moving maze controlled by my grandson's Atari 2600. Oh, he really loves those things. And if they get past that, then we have another much stronger robot to stop them.
Why not just make 2 of the strong one?
Oh, you don't have to worry about designing it, my friend. We'll just get a local scientist to make it for us in a filler episode, thus opening a huge plot hole later in Dragon Ball Z.
That wasn't what...
Did I mention the giant pink monster who will live in my basement? Oh, Murasaki is asking if we can add in a forest for him.
You can't be a forest?
He says it will look cool. Anyway, how long will it take you to build this thing?
Sir, the only way this monstrosity could ever function is if we somehow bent the laws of reality beyond recognition.
Son, this is a Japanese cartoon from the 80s.
Good point, sir. Your new fortress will be ready in 1 week.
Excellent! At first, Murasaki uses his stealth techniques in an intimidating manner, and it looks like we might get a very competent villain. Until he turns out to be a moron.
I see you.
Impossible! You are delirious with fear. To become the rock requires privacy. That means no picky. You'll never find me down here. I am incognito. I am like the fish, clever as the shark. I am one with the water. Hey, go away, frog!
This eventually culminates in...
For everyone who knows about this part, you're probably doing it anyway, but for everyone else, clench. Oh! Oh! God! Oh! Jesus! Fuck! Oh my God! Oh!
I'm gonna need my
God! Oh!
How embarrassing!
After that horrifying imagery, Murasaki retreats to the top of the 4th level, where he unveils his secret weapon, a Frankenstein's monster robot man called Android Number 8. Will Goku be able to stand up to this monstrosity?
Take care of this nuisance!
I'd rather not.
Huh?
Turns out that Android 8, or Aider as Goku starts to call him, doesn't like violence and refuses to hurt Goku. Even when Murasaki threatens to activate his self-destruct button, Aider continues to resist such a notion. Bam! On to the next level, where Goku finds himself in a maze that seems to have no end. In reality, it only appears that way because General White is controlling the walls with a video game system. What, you think I'm joking? No, it's actually a video game. It says game over when he loses! So now Goku and Aider are in the presence of General White and... And it looks like they are finally gonna save the village chief. White tries to put up a fight, but this turns out about as well as you'd expect.
Then, General White does what is probably the single smartest move of any Dragon Ball villain to date.
He uses his gun to take someone hostage.
Thank you! Finally someone who takes advantage of Goku's less obvious weakness. Now how is he gonna screw it up?
He shoots Goku in the back of the head and...
You're not going to cause any more pain, General.
Oh shit, dude! Run! Run!
Team Rocket's blasting off
The village chief returns, Ader gets his bomb removed, and he decides to stay in the village as its protector. Next saga... Oh, wait, never mind. The Dragon Radar got broken in the battle, so it's off to West City to have Bulma repair it. I know that these scenes are all mindless padding, but Goku's experience in the city is some of the best time spent in this arc.
Who's next then? Take me down for 100,000 zenny? Which one of you's got the guts?
I want to fight.
It really lets his character show through, and it gives us a break from all the constant battles he's been going through. He finally manages to find Bulma by asking a Canadian police officer.
You say Bulma's her name, huh?
And we see Bulma living in her luxurious house with her father, Dr. Briefs, and mother, Mrs. Briefs. Yamcha's not home at the moment because...
Sorry, I know I'm droning on a bit, but this stuff is just so enjoyable to me. There's a whole bunch of characters showing through in these scenes. But I'll try a little harder to abridge it for you.
Using their own, less accurate Dragon Radar, Commander Red is able to track down his general vicinity and sends the world's greatest thief to steal the Dragon Balls from him. Who is this thief, you might ask? Husky.
Ooh, baby. Growl.
Those Dragon Balls are as good as mine.
You can take my balls anytime you like. I even had them gift wrapped for you. This was very painful.
So Bulma fixes the radar. Let's go to Happy World Land!
Happy World Land, where the fun doesn't stop at only $80 a pop in beautiful Happy World Land.
Where the heck did it go?
Mine's missing too.
Welcome to a land where the fun never stops. We have 6 thrill rides and 400 gift shops. The smiles are always rosy, the sky is always blue. This is Happy World Land where all your dreams come true.
Then Husky steals the balls and almost gets away with blowing up the theme park, if not for...
Husky, no! You were my favorite minor character on the program! Well, second. Third, you were hot! So is it too late to get these sewn back on, or...?
Happy World Land, where all your dreams come true.
Since we need some comic relief, Bulma decides to come along with Goku by using one of her inventions to shrink down into his shirt pocket. Now, next saga. They find that the next ball is actually on the bottom of the ocean. Goku goes to get it while Bulma...
If there was a boat, there must be people. And where there's people, there's shopping!
But instead of finding a submarine, she comes across a movie reference.
What? This can't be happening! There must be some mistake!
Don't move, or we'll shoot!
Well, what do we have here?
Just a frightened girl. Hey, Chicky baby. Let's have some fun, okay?
Fun? With you?
What are you doing?
Fun.
The good kind of fun? Or the bad kind?
Good.
Please stop.
Too bad, guys. I'm only 16. Sorry, no fun. I'm underage.
Yeah.
Guys, we're reaching GT levels of creepiness. Please stop!
Oh, thank God. Goku saves her in the nick of time, and they go back to Master Roshi's house in order to borrow a submarine. Little do they know that they are being watched. This is General Blue, upper-class asshole of the Red Ribbon Army. Please enjoy these scenes of douchiness.
I am talking to a dead man right now if I don't get a full report on my desk in 2 hours. Do you understand me? You're too busy picking your noses! What a bod.
Goku and Bulma obtain the submarine, and Krillin comes along as a pilot. They navigate the ocean floor until they discover an old pirate's den where the Dragon Ball is located. The place is guarded by a robot so freaking metal that I was actually hoping it would be spared in the end. Sadly, this is not the case. Blue's army is killed, Goku punches his lights out, and they all escape. Blue follows them back to Roshi's house, tries to blow them all up, and Goku pursues him.
And that was the General Blue saga. I am not even joking. You just watched the entire saga minus a few episodes of complete madness that I'll go into in a second. That was 8 episodes. Why is this considered its own saga?
Goku follows Blue in his high-speed plane, each of them going faster and faster until they arrive in hell.
Penguin Village time, 12 o'clock.
Hey there, Shinbei Norimaki here, live for your enjoyment.
This is Penguin Village, home of Ariel and Dr. Norimaki. Who are these people? The show won't tell you.
Yep, they just have Goku and the General land in this completely absurd place with no explanation as to what or where it is. In case you're curious, it's Dr. Slump.
That's right. Remember that series I mentioned as a successful prelude to Dragon Ball? Here it is. We spend 3 entire episodes here, and good luck if you aren't familiar with Akira's work or you are gonna be confused. This is worsened by the fact that this concludes the saga by having Ariel, the main character of said series, being the one who ultimately finishes off Blue. I wouldn't say this section is fanfiction levels of bad, but it's some pretty confusing writing at the very least.
Now let's get out of here. This surreal, overly cheesy atmosphere is starting to remind me of something.
Surprise! Now on to the aptly named Commander Red saga. This one starts off with Goku traveling to the land of Korin, where, surprisingly, the Red Ribbon Army has already found the Dragon Ball inside a volcano. Captain Yellow has his men go in there with a helicopter, and this turns out as well as you would expect. The Dragon Ball, along with some debris and chunks of soldier meat, is flung over to the base of Korin Tower, which is a ludicrous structure I will explain later. The ball lands at the feet of a young boy called Upa, who gives it to his father.
No, Bora! Why? Oh, I'm sorry. Nothing's happened yet. Just keep watching.
Bora is a super butch man who is also the sworn defender of the land of Korin, and in particular, Korin's Tower. A mysterious structure that supposedly houses the Guardian of the Earth. Legend states that if someone makes it to the top without assistance, Master Korin himself will give the person sacred water that enhances his strength, speed, and cunning. But enough of that. Captain Yellow finds Bora with the Dragon Ball and tries to get it from him. However, there is a reason you don't mess with Native Americans. He tries to use Upa as ransom, but this also turns out to be a mistake.
But Commander Red hasn't been idle this whole time. Oh no. He's finally gotten desperate enough to hire him.
Mercenary Tao. This guy is supposedly the single best assassin in the world. I don't know about that, but he is the biggest asshole.
So you're the world-famous assassin, the one they call Mercenary Tao.
Do you want my autograph? What was that? I will annihilate any man, woman, or child as long as the price is right.
Just to test him out, Red pays him to kill General Blue when he comes stumbling back. He accomplishes this with his tongue.
That is simultaneously the stupidest and awesomest thing I've ever heard.
Red decides that he's perfect for the job of killing Goku, and we see how Tao gets around everywhere. He picks up one of the columns around Red's palace, makes some quick calculations, then throws it so hard that it is able to carry him at Mach 1 all the way to Korin's tower.
I stand corrected.
Turns out that the Dragon Ball that Bora has is the 4-star. Everyone is happy, until him.
What are you doing? You nearly hit us.
Well, that's the idea. I'm a hitman. Pleased to kill you.
Bora protects Goku since he is the protector of the land, but...
Here, have your spear.
He killed him! That goddamn monster! He was an innocent man. A man who loved Korin's tower and... bench presses, I guess. And you murdered him! Fuck you, Tao! Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you! Oh yeah, and he uses his Dodon Ray attack to kill Goku and steal his Dragon Balls, but think about Bora! Then that bastard goes off to threaten a village for new clothes. I hope Goku takes your head and rams it up your dick hole so far that it comes out your eyes, then repeats the process until you look like a piece of rotten pork-fat, you piece of sadistic fuck! Come on, Goku, on your feet. Yes, I know your grandpa's ball narrowly saved you from death. Whatever. Climb that tower and kick some ass. After about a day, he finally reaches the top and finds Korin. Only he isn't what he was expecting.
You're pretty spry for a kid your size. I enjoyed your climb.
He agrees to give him the water, but only if he can do one thing. Take it from him. This is no ordinary cat, though. It's gonna take time to get that water. Time, effort, and most importantly, a montage.
The hour's approaching to give it your best, and you've got to reach your prime. That's when you need to put yourself to the test and show us a passage of time. We're gonna need a montage. Ooh, it takes a montage. Show a lot of things happening at once. Remind everyone of what's going on. And with every shot, show a little improvement. To show it raw would take too long. That's called a montage. Girl, we want a montage. In anything, if you want to go from just a beginner to a pro, you need a montage. Even Rocky had a montage. Always fade out in a montage. If you fade out, it seems like more time has passed in a montage.
It is here he learns an important lesson.
Korin, I don't get it. I don't feel any different than I did before.
You feel exactly as you should after drinking tap water.
What?
See, you gain strength by working hard to get that bottle. Climbing up and down the tower increased your endurance. Learning to anticipate my actions sharpened your mind, and taking that bottle away from me increased your speed. So see, you've tripled your strength since you arrived all by yourself.
Commander Red noticed that one of the Dragon Balls is still with him, so he sends Mercenary Tao over there once he finishes getting his new outfit and killing the tailor. Did I mention this guy isn't fit to be a horse's catheter? Yeah, not so easy now, is he? Oh, your little ultimate move doesn't work? Why don't you climb up the tower and get some water yourself, you pink moo-moo wearing prostate? Enjoy the trip down. Even when he gets defeated, this guy's a prick. I was expecting him to get sodomized by his own Q while repeatedly getting punched in the nuts by an angry dwarf. But no! He has to die by having his own grenade thrown back at him. Oh, sorry, I mean badly injured by his own grenade. This bastard still gets to go around being an asshole after this. Even Colonel Silver got killed off screen, and he was just doing his job. Goku has come to a conclusion now. In order to make up for Tao turning Upa into an orphan, he's going to bring Bora back to life. No, not that way, this way.
So, you want those Dragon Balls? They're at the Red Ribbon Army HQ. Impenetrable defenses, hundreds of soldiers, more weapons than any one man could ever believe. Goku's gotta go in there single-handedly to get them. You know what? Easier done than said. Up in Commander Red's office, he sends down Staff Officer to destroy Goku before trying to crush both of them with his ceiling. It is here we find out the true reason he wanted the Dragon Balls.
Just one more ball. Then at last, my dream to be tall as a mountain will come true!
This actually does make perfect sense when you think about it. In earlier scenes, he would always look annoyed when taller people are around, even creating a comical chairlift in his golf cart. Also, and this part you could see for yourselves, the RRA already has the resources to take over the world if it so chooses. I'm just wondering why there wasn't anyone who questioned his motives before now.
Please, Commander, give me one more chance. I'll find him.
There are no second chances in this army! Take him out of my sight!
That. This revelation leads to Staff Officer African American to murdering his boss and claiming the remnants of the army as his own. Even going so far as to bring out a giant tank robot to finish off Goku once and for all. But really, does the outcome of this surprise anyone? I only wish this shit happened to Tao! Well, since the Red Ribbon Army is destroyed and this is the end of the Commander Red saga, I guess that means this episode is over. What? Oh, okay. The arc isn't actually over until Bora is brought back to life. Well, Goku only has one more Dragon Ball to find. I guess that means it goes on for another few episodes, or... No. A whole saga for one Dragon Ball? Oh, that's a little extreme. Hey, who's talking to me anyway? This final installment is the Fortune Reader Baba Saga.
Teller! Fortune teller!
Whatever. Goku attempts to find the last ball with the radar, but he can't find it. He assumes that it is broken again, and he heads off to find Bulma to have her fix it. He is surprised to find that they are already there. They apparently came to help him in his conquest of the Red Ribbon Army. Yeah, fat lot of help you guys were.
I don't get it. It should be working just fine.
Maybe the ball is so far away that it's out of the radar's range.
Look, if it's in this universe, my radar can find it.
Stop inspiring the plot of GT! She theorizes that its energy signature is being masked, possibly by an animal that accidentally swallowed it. Either that or Pilaf found it and put it in a special case, but that's not likely. Roshi does tell them of another way to find the ball. There is a lady out there known as Pussy Whipper Baba.
Fortune teller, Baba.
Whatever. A lady with mystic powers who can apparently find anything. Sounds legit. So they go there to find a strange sight. The people looking to get their fortunes read are either meatheads or rich people, or bruised meatheads. We find that the reason for this is that she charges a very high fee for her services. But there is an alternate payment. You can have your fortune read for free if your team beats all of her 5 elite fighters. Gee, that's convenient. Imagine if the alternate payment was a pop quiz about quantum mechanics. Or sexual favors. Since we need to create some tension, the group decides to leave Goku until last. In order to further cement his future reputation, Krillin goes first against Baba's weakest fighter, Fangs the Vampire. please just end this already. Thank you. I would say that Krillin is lame because he lost to a guy that Yamcha could beat, but it's actually worse. He loses to a guy that Puar and Upa beat. Yeah, Puar and Upa beat this guy with garlic and vaguely looking like a crucifix. Pretty lame, dude. Next is an invisible man that Yamcha decides to fight. Since he is Yamcha, he naturally sucks at this, and Krillin comes up with the most batshit insane plan I have ever seen. He has Goku fly back to the Kame house to find Roshi and Bulma and take them back to the arena. He then positions them in just the right spot, waits until the perfect moment when the invisible man is standing in the correct position, then pulls down Bulma's top, causing Roshi to have a brain aneurysm, covering the man in nose blood and allowing Yamcha to kick his ass. Wow. Where do I even start? I know that covering him in something is an obvious move, but why pervert nose blood? Why not water? It might not be as thick, but it'll still make him visible. Or, if you don't think it'll work, why not have Goku go and get a bucket of paint? Or some fruit juice? Or fucking anything! Why is it so integral to have it be Roshi's nose blood? I'm hungry. Maybe I could make myself a sandwich. Yes, hello, Trans-Pacific Airlines? Yeah, I'm calling about your, 6:30 flight from Sydney to Wellington. Yeah, I'm sure it is. Anyway, I'm just trying to inform you that I hit a bomb on there. Try not to panic. Ah, perfect. Airline food then. So now we are on to fighter number 3, and Baba decides to change the location of this fight from the outdoor ring to a place called the Devil's Toilet. Charming.
The bog of eternal stench!
It is here that we are introduced to the next combatant, Bandages the Mummy. Are they all gonna be 1950s horror icons? I mean, vampire, invisible man, mummy, devil, the Easter Bunny. Wait a minute. Since when is the devil himself a horror movie icon? Anyway, Yamcha jumps to the conclusion that due to this guy's size, he is probably not very fast and can be taken out with ease. As usual, he is wrong, and Goku has to pick up the slack in this team. He starts off by making Bandages shit himself in fear.
No! My eyes deceive me! No one can guard themselves that well! No one!
Doesn't matter too much, though, since he takes him down in one punch. Damn, Yamcha is useless. So next we have Spike the Devil Man, a guy who supposedly won the World Martial Arts Tournament twice. How did he do this? He possesses a special technique known as the Devil Might Beam attack that takes a victim's evil, no matter how little they possess, and turns it into an instant kill blast. Oh my god! Why do we never see this guy again? I mean, he has the ability to destroy every single enemy that Goku ever faces from now until the end of the show. And he can do it in one move! Just one move! Why doesn't he at the very least, teach this move to someone else so that they can defend the planet? So many problems could be averted by using this guy. It's way too useful to be overlooked.
Darkness swells and fills his heart. Now, rise, come forth. Rise, slowly tear this boy apart. Darkness, explode. Darkness, explode.
I revoke my curse!
Ah, wow. Can you make a color besides pink?
Since Goku is apparently completely pure of heart, the beams are little more than a light show and Spike is easily defeated. Now we move on to the newcomer that everyone is getting strange feelings from.
Something's familiar. His voice is like an echo from the past.
I can't explain it, but somehow it makes me feel comfortable. Huh?
This guy seems to be on the same tier with Goku. He knows all his moves, he knows all his weaknesses, and he even knows the Kamehameha wave. Huh, I guess Roshi did teach it to people. Very specific people. Oh my god, it's Grandpa Gohan. He just accidentally tore off his grandson's tail while trying to teach him a lesson, but once Goku is on his feet again, he immediately surrenders. Turns out Baba makes regular trips to the spirit world, otherwise known as Otherworld. There she met Gohan and brought him into her employ for the day. Since, you know, she can tell the future and stuff. We have a very heartfelt moment before Gohan has to go back. This scene is truly touching, so forgive me if I don't do any edits for a while.
I'm so happy to see you, Grandpa. I've missed you so much. Where have you been? I thought you...
There, now stop your crying.
I looked everywhere for you and I couldn't find you.
How's your backside feeling? Does it still hurt? I didn't mean to break your tail, my boy. I was just trying to prove a point. You have to learn to protect your weaknesses. Like I always told you. Now are you okay?
I hate to break this up, but my feet are killing me, and I can't rest until I tell the boy his fortune.
Well, I guess you don't need me around anymore, so I'll be taking my leave now. It's been fun.
Wait, what do you mean? You can't leave yet, Grandpa.
Saying goodbye is never easy, Goku, but it is a necessary step before we can say hello again, and we will, I promise. You have a strong heart, and I'm proud of you. No matter what happens in life, always remember that. Until we meet again, sayonara.
Grandpa, I know my tail is going to grow back again, and when it does, I promise you I'll train it to be stronger than ever before.
If you can grow it as strong as your lungs, you've got nothing to worry about.
Funky Wunky was a monkey pants Baba.
Fortune teller, the world's greatest fortune teller!
Whatever! Then uses her crystal ball to find the last Dragon Ball in a red car about 100 miles away. This car belongs to... gasp! Emperor Pilaf! He meets Goku with some surprisingly badass mech suits and also a knowledge of his weakness, as they had some drones following him around.
Of course his tail is his weakness. I mean, look at it. It doesn't even go with his outfit.
Oh, and if you don't believe me when I said that Pilaf had no plan for when he conquers the world...
So tell us, Sire, what'll you do with all that power?
Let's see. First of all, well... it's complicated.
We then have a brief yet satisfying fight with Pilaf and the crew as the mechs actually do a good job beating him for once.
Go, go, Power Rangers!
And then they burn his pants off. Thanks for that. Ultimately, this ends with Goku getting an upper hand, Pilaf attempting to flee, and Goku finishing them for their Dragon Ball.
Take it. Please take it.
And this leads to another touching moment where Upa gets his dad back. Goku and him fly around for a while. There are some nice visuals and really great music to drive everything along. When they get back to Korn's tower, there are some quiet moments as they summon Shenron and make the wish. Upa even summons up the strength to make the wish himself. Bora comes back to life and it's a very happy moment that even rivals Goku's reunion with Gohan. Goku even gets the 4-star back before it gets scattered. Just so many emotions. This is easily one of my favorite scenes in the whole show. Just behind a moment in a future episode that I'm sure will surprise the fuck out of you. Goku goes back to Master Roshi, who tells him that he needs to start training for the upcoming tournament. To do this, he must travel across the land, gain experiences of his own, and learn from the best teacher in the world. Life. Oh, what a fitting end to the arc. Too bad it goes on for another 5 episodes. Yep, as a fitting metaphor, the Red Ribbon Army arc both begins and ends with episodes that have no significance to the overall storyline. I won't go over them all in great depth because, well...
Because it's filler, yeah.
when you need to wait for the manga, just use filler. The only noteworthy one here is an episode where Tien Shinhan and Chaozu make an early appearance. They are assholes who con people out of their money by pretending to save them from a rampaging monster that they are actually in cahoots with. Kind of like the 90s film Dragonheart. Basically, Goku foils their plan and they escape to have a bigger role in the next arc that slightly contradicts what they are doing now. And so the arc ends with Goku inspiring some fox guy into becoming a teacher. Wonderful. Hey, this arc might be the worst one out of GT, but it's still entertaining enough. I mean, just the stuff that happens with Mercenary Tao is worth a viewing alone. Hey Chadwick, I got the next sagas for you. How are you feeling about them? Oh, they're great, Don. It's just, I'm starting to notice some similarities between this show and my life. The main thing I've noticed is the villains. The villains? Yes, the first antagonist I ever had was a childlike goofball, and the second was someone who wasn't what he seemed to be. It's just weird. That's ridiculous! What, do you think the next antagonist is going to have a silly-looking eye patch? Marvin, sir, we have Private, this is a military organization. You will show me respect or you will be disemboweled. Do I make myself clear? Yes, Sergeant Major Jones. Sir, I was just coming to tell you that we have discovered the location of the Panther Resistance Unit. Sir! Really? Where? They are held up in a small base outside Geneva. Do you want us to change course? No, they won't have much left in them. You! Have a strike team mobilized at that base. No survivors. Right away, sir. Oh, and while you're at it, have this man flogged for insubordination. What? No, please, sir. No! Will the mysterious Marvin Jones cause danger for our heroes? Find out next time on the Dragon Ball Look Back. Next time on the Dragon Ball Look Back, Chadwick takes a look at the King Piccolo arc.
It's not that easy being green, having to spend each day the color of the leaves.
He just might talk about some of the things he is neglecting to mention. Or will he? Find out on the next action-packed episode of the Dragon Ball Look Back.
This boy has laid waste to two of our best regiments, and I will not be the third. He may possess some...